Welcome back, everybody. We're here to pull cards for May the 14th. I'm going to be pulling an overall card to give us just kind of overarching energy that's going to be in application to the collective. And then I'm also going to pull an individual card for each sign. Thank you guys very much for spending some of your precious time with me today. I appreciate that so much. All right, let's take a peek at the overarching energy. What we have coming up is the Queen of Cups. So Queen of Cups talks about a lot of different things. It can indicate a person, and this person would be somebody who has intuitive or empathic abilities, somebody who is very in touch with their emotions and knows how to express them and has control as they express them. So, they let other people know what they're feeling, sort of as it, um, when they want to. Let's put it that way. They also generally are in touch with other people's feelings as well. This is somebody who is a nurturer, an uplifter, an encourager. This is somebody who may be known as a mother hen type of personality, someone who sort of takes most people up under her wing and is helpful and encouraging. Okay. This can also be somebody who um, knows how to go through transitions in a more smooth way than others. So what else would we say about this card that it could be indicating? Excuse me. These could be some of the attributes that you're just showing today, displaying today, or it could be also that these are attributes of somebody that you're interacting with today. So we'll find out. Well, let's dig in a little bit more. Okay, let's look at cards for each sign now. Okay, I think we're ready to rock and roll. Let's look at Aries. So Aries, you guys have the Sun card coming up here. This is telling me that you are doing something, or maybe even some things today that make you happy, that make you feel satisfied and fulfilled and like you're making forward progress with some things. Sometimes whatever you're doing is just straight up rejuvenation, but it doesn't have to be exactly. So interesting. And how does this play in with that Queen of Cups? Some of the things that make you happy today may be Queen of Cups type attributes. You may be doing something where you're sort of taking somebody under your wing and helping them out. You may be really using your empathic or psychic abilities. So you may be, whatever this is that makes you happy, may be an attribute of a Queen of Cups type of person. Okay, that's what I'm feeling like. I'm really not feeling like this is someone else showing up for you. I feel like this indicates more how you're acting today. Now, Taurus. Two of Wands showing up for you, Taurus. This just means that you have a choice in front of you. Whatever you choose is going to be just fine. Whatever you choose is going to work out for you well. And I think that with our overall card being the Queen of Cups, you're very much paying attention to how things feel to you as you're choosing what you want to actually move forward with as you make this choice. Now let's look at Gemini. So Geminis, you guys have the Nine of Wands showing up in reverse. That just means that you're really surprised about something today. Something comes in surprising. Now, with our Queen of Cups being the overall energy for today, I think that there's going to be something that really surprises you about somebody else. And I think what's going to surprise you about them is their depth, their intensity. I think that whatever comes from them is not surprising to you in itself, but I think that the level of intensity or depth in that is what is going to sort of take you by surprise today and make you really almost do a double take as you're considering this person and their position, their influence in your life. Okay, that's for Geminis. Next up, let's look at Cancers. Cancers, Nine of Pentacles in reverse. We're familiar with this card from yesterday from the overall. This basically just means that you're missing somebody. Sometimes it means you're not feeling self-sufficient. And so I kind of feel like for some of you Cancers, it is just about missing somebody. For some of you, it's about missing somebody to the point that you're not feeling like you're functioning at your highest power today. And then with our overall energy, this gives us a clue into who you may be missing. This is going to be somebody who is romantically more interested in men than women. This is also going to be somebody who is very uplifting and encouraging, somebody who's not afraid of expressing their feelings that you're missing today. Okay, so that's for Cancers. Next up, we are looking at Leos. So Leos, you guys have a Six of Pentacles showing up here today. Six of Pentacles in reverse, actually, and that just means you're paying something off or paying somebody back. So with our overarching energy being the Queen of Cups, this could indicate the person that you're paying off or paying back if it is actually a person. What's interesting is businesses also have signs if you look at their inception date and time. And so if this is a business, this is going to be one that I bet if you looked at the astrological chart, water would play a big part here. And then the other thing would be that this is, whatever you're paying off or paying back is something that offered you some type of encouragement, support, or upliftment. Okay, so, next up, let's look at Virgo. Prince of Pentacles showing up for Virgos in reverse. Prince of Pentacles in reverse. I really think what we've got going on here is that Virgos, you are trying to ignore some kind of gut feelings or intuitions that you're having. This is a day when you're basically sweeping some red flags under the carpet and not paying attention to them. So your gut may be giving you some kind of warning about something or some type of hit about something, and you're just not paying attention to it. It doesn't add up for you. It's not logical for you. Well, a lot of times our gut has the big picture when our minds only have a portion of the picture. So this basically talks about, getting some type of intuitive hit about something being a good idea or not a good idea, and really just ignoring that intuitive hit, not acting on it, acting like you're not even getting it, just pretending it doesn't even exist. I really only want to say one thing as advice. Don't do that. Never works out well when we ignore our gut intuition. All right, so that's Virgo. Next up, let's look at Libra. Queen of Swords in reverse. Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay, so this is my strong cutoff card. This is cutting off of communications, okay? So for me, when the Queen of Swords comes up in reverse, there's something going on, Libras, where you're cutting off communications with somebody else. Excuse me. So you could be blocking them on Facebook. It may be that you just don't even want notifications from them. Maybe there's not even communications per se. I am feeling like for some of you, there's not direct communication, but still, you don't even want to see about them. You don't want to hear about them. Like I said, my Queen of Swords in reverse, that's a strong cutoff. This is, I'm not communicating with you at all. This is what we see you saying here to somebody. And so, blocking on all the social medias, blocking text messages, phone calls, if you have to co-parent or if you're working with this person, then obviously you can't do that strong of a cutoff. You have to still communicate with them, but Even so, with that Queen of Swords in reverse, you're only talking to them about what is absolutely necessary to talk to them about. But for most of you, not talking to them, not hearing from them at all. This is strong. This is even if a friend comes up and says, you know, hey, so and so has a message that they wanted me to pass along to you. This is saying I am not interested in that message. You can tell them that I blocked them for a reason. I'm not going to hear messages from you either. So, strong cutoff coming up here. With our overall energy here, the first thing that I logically wanted to go to is that you're cutting off somebody with Queen of Cups type attributes, but what I'm actually hearing is that cutting off this other person is being very much encouraged by this Queen of Cups type personality that's in your sphere of influence. So Queen of Cups type personality might have water strong in their chart, but more importantly, they are somebody who is nurturing, uplifting. They're somebody who has strong intuitive abilities, whether they realize it or not. Not all Queens of Cups realize it until they're older sometimes, but sometimes they do. So this person may or may not realize their intuitive abilities, but they are somebody who is, they're kind of trying to take you under their wing, and they're trying to help you in the best way that they can. Okay? So I think they are encouraging you, or yeah, encouraging you about this, either before or after the fact. Now, Scorpio's up next. What do we have here? Scorpios, Two of Swords showing up in reverse. Two of Swords in reverse just means that we have some confusion about a decision that we need to make. And that confusion may have to do with the idea of do we want to take the high road or do we want to take the low road? Do we want to take the road that we know is our healthiest road to take? The one that's going to keep us most intact? Or do we want to take the low road, which has us sinking to somebody else's level because we feel like we'll get more immediate gratification from that than taking the high road? So we have, basically what we have here is a moral dilemma. A moral dilemma. And I'm going to say, with that Queen of Cups showing up as the overall energy, I really feel like this is something where we are checking in with ourselves to see what feels best out of this. What seriously feels best? High road, low road. What feels best? Okay, so that's what I've got for Scorpios. Next up, Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, Ace of Wands showing up for you. You have some kind of new idea showing up today that's exciting, it's inspiring, it's something that you really want to go forward with. And then with our overall energy being the Queen of Cups, I think you're actually, I don't know if I want to say running this by somebody who's in your sphere of influence, or if this is just that you're telling them about it. I don't think you're necessarily looking for approval. You may be, in some cases, asking if this other person wants to join you in this adventure idea that you have. But definitely talking about this idea to somebody else. And I think you're just kind of seeing how it feels to them. I feel like this is somebody that you trust. They have good gut instinct, and you kind of want to know. You're very excited about this, but you want to know from somebody who's a little bit more objective how it feels to them. And so that's why you're talking about this idea. Whoop, whoop. Okay, next up, let's look at Capricorn. Capricorns, you guys have the Hanged Man showing up here. Hanged Man just tells me that you're trying to get a different perspective on things. So you may have been looking at things in one way and you're starting to realize that, you know, maybe this would be good for me to see from a few different perspectives. Maybe it would help to get a different angle on this situation. And I think that what's going on here, Capricorn, is that You're sort of butting heads with somebody that has Queen of Cups type attributes. So somebody who is generous, who is very giving, sharing, nurturing, uplifting, somebody who can have mother hen-like properties. And I think you're having a hard time, being on the same page with this person. So I think you're trying to, really, I think you're trying to see it from this other person's viewpoint so that you can understand where they're coming from and how you can make this into a situation that is beneficial for both you and this other person. Next up, we're going to look at Aquarius. King of Pentacles, Aquarius. Interesting. King of Pentacles and a Queen of Cups in the collective energy. So first of all, Aquarius, I'm going to say that you feel very good about your resources right now. You feel good about how you can make increases in your resources, and you're probably even doing that today. Queen of Cups may be somebody that you are talking to or collaborating with, or even just brainstorming with on ideas about how you can do that. This person, this Queen of Cups person showing up in your sphere of influence may even be supporting you as you are increasing your resources. Interesting, 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 because I don't know what's going on in Ukraine at this point because I'm making this and it's still the end of April, but Aquarius would be President Zelensky, and Joe Biden is Scorpio. Also interesting, though, is President Putin is a Scorpio rising, so that's been an interesting dynamic to watch. But anyway, I'm thinking that, well, I don't have to tell you, we don't have to make this political. I've already made it political enough. Let's look at Pisces. Pisces, 10 of Cups showing up here. 10 of Cups just talks about being happy, finding something that makes you very happy, satisfied, emotionally fulfilled. Some would call this the family card. I mean, family plays into it because family plays into our emotions, but not necessarily family that's making you feel happy, satisfied, or fulfilled. Could be that, the career is going really well and the career is something that brings you those feelings as well. Either way, we do have this level of happiness that shows up for you. So we like this, Pisces. And we've got a Queen of Cups coming up here. This basically is telling me that this is something, whatever this is that's bringing you happiness, is, excuse me, something that normally would make you happy. It's really being able to tap into that intuition. It's really being able to help and support and uplift other people. It's really being able to recognize emotions in yourself and in others. Those typical things that we see a Queen of Cups being really good at. Some of those attributes are what is making you really happy today. And of course, Queen of Cups would be a suit card or a court card that applies to you anyway. So not so far-fetched to think that something that normally makes you happy or gets you excited is doing that today. So we like it. We like it. Thank you guys very much for being here and for all of your support. I am looking forward to working with some of you personally later on today. And the rest of you, I'll see back on the next video. Peace out.